What is up, guys? It is the Citrus Panda here today, and I'm coming at you with episode 2 of our Preparing for Dark Souls 2. So, hello everybody, and I want to welcome you if you're new to the series. Episode 1 is in the playlist. I've already made a playlist for it, so if you want to go check that out, you can. Also, we're going to be playing this if you're kind of, want to be caught up to speed, or whatever you want to call it. I'm going to be doing a light armor, a heavy weapon playthrough. So basically I'm going to be using weapons that are armor that is light rather, but weapons that are heavy. So for instance, you might see me rocking a Zweihander but using very light armor. Now right now we just have this kind of armor, which I would consider medium armor. I believe it is medium armor. But I don't really want to use medium armor. I want to go full light so that I can still have a fast roll, hopefully. Now, in the last video, I farmed a little bit. By a little bit, I didn't really farm for that long at all. I did some runs off camera of trying to get the giant club, which is going to be the weapon that I wanted to use, but I haven't really gotten that yet, and I have to farm for quite a long time to actually get it. So, I'm going to go do some stuff before I actually go and do crazy things with that. So, I'm going to roll on over here. I've got the medium roll, which isn't too bad, and that's too far. Okay, I've kind of got to get used to this Zweihander. I've never really used two-handed weapons before, but as you saw in last video, I actually kind of like them, the way that they perform. I was fighting those infested barbarians, and with an R2, you can literally stun them. So I'm guessing if you can stun those things, you can stun a lot of the things in this game. The crazy thing, I think, is actually going to be bosses, though. Bosses might be a little bit tricky with this kind of setup, so I'm not too sure about bosses yet. I haven't fought any notable ones with a huge weapon. And right now I'm using the Zweihander. The reason for that is that it's a good weapon for strength that I can get early on. It's also a very hard-hitting weapon. I thought about doing like a spear kind of playthrough, which, well, it's a possibility, but I still want to do this heavy kind of weapon playthrough. Now, if you are still wondering about the type of playthrough I'm doing, I'm not doing a full playthrough. I think the game has been out for, I don't know, almost 3 years now. And at this point, people pretty much know what's going on. So I think making a Let's Play of it is just kind of pointless, to the point of it's not really worth doing. And just me playing the game, rather. Basically, I might hop in on one episode way far into the game. Someplace that you didn't even expect me to be, but that's simply because I was playing the game off camera. So if I ever am way far ahead from where you last saw me, it's just simply because I did things off camera. I'll try not to do too many things off camera, and mostly the things that will be off camera are things that you probably don't want to see. So it's going to be a decently full playthrough. I might fight some things off of camera. I want to do most of the bosses on camera, because I feel like bosses are pretty fun to fight on camera. I think most people will agree that fighting bosses is pretty fun to watch. Also, I might die a lot, so maybe I'll cut out the parts where I die on the bosses. Because with this new little setup I'm using with two-handed weapons, it's kind of like a whole different way of playing the game. That's pretty much why Dark Souls is, why I consider it one of my favorite games. Because there's so many ways to actually play it. It's not like you play with a sword and a shield and you're done. You can play back through the sorcerer. You can play back through being a ranger, which is a huge challenge. You can play back through with so many possibilities, and that's why the game is so much fun. And then you can even put variations on that, like you can't use any armor or shields only. And Dark Souls doesn't forbid you from doing these kind of things. A lot of games wouldn't let you beat things to death with a shield. They just don't let you. But games like Dark Souls, they let you. And also, as you can see, my shield is kind of floating on my back. It's a small price to pay. Plus, you're never really looking at your guy from the side, or you might be, but usually you have a shirt on or something, so it generally looks like, well, that's not a good representation. If I had that on, maybe. There we go. Still, it's kind of floating on my back. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter at all, actually. So I'm going to talk to this guy. I like this guy, though. I trade for sales. Everything's for sale. Okay. I'm going to purchase items, see what I got from this guy, see what we can get. Alright, so what do we have here? I kind of forget what he has, seeing if he has any big weapons. No, but for a strength playthrough, the club is actually a really good option. It's got an A scaling in strength. Also, this is good. From my experience, this has better strength scaling. So, if you want to go strength scaling, if you have a lot of strength, see, this would be good for like short encounters, and I'll get in that in a second because I want to explain something. The reason that it's good in short encounters is because it hits a lot, and it's going to hit steady, and it also has better strength scaling. However, with this, you get 300 bleed. If you don't know what a bleed is, basically, when you hit something and your damage does bleeding damage, then it does, it builds up like this bar, similar to how poison builds up over time. And basically, it'll fill, once it fills up, it will do this. Whoa, what the heck is happening? I've got a plank through my stomach. Do you guys see that? It's crazy. It's crazy stuff. Anyway, what was I talking about? I completely forgot what I was talking about. Okay, bleed damage. So whenever that bar fills up, it does a lot of damage. Like, I don't really know how much it is. I'd say almost half of your health. So a lot of people will go in PvP and use an Uchi Katana or any of the katanas, try to bleed you out. Because it happens even if you're blocking, and it can be pretty crazy the damage that can be done to you. So, chain armor isn't really going to be helpful here. I'm not going to buy it. I'm going to actually kill this guy. I really don't want anything, and I can just kill him and get some souls. I believe I get some souls. Also, the Uchi Katana is decently good. This is how you get the Uchi Katana. Alternatively, if you don't want the Uchi Katana early in the game, you can actually wait, not kill this guy. He doesn't do anything. He's always going to be here, so he doesn't leave. He doesn't die, as far from my experience. And you can just leave him here. But if you choose not to kill him, later in the game, you're going to go to the forest, and you have to join the Forest Covenant. And I don't know why I'm rolling into these boxes, but you'll meet Shiva of the East, and I can't believe I actually remember some of these characters' names. Anyway, Shiva, good old Shiva, he's a pretty cool guy. He's just sitting outside. Once you talk to him once there, I think you have to talk to him once. And then once you engage in conversation with this guy one time, then the next time you talk to him, or the next time that you meet him or whatever, he's going to be in Blighttown, down below the elevator in Blighttown. The little, I don't really know what to call it. I call it the elevator because that's basically what it is. It's a big wheel. And yeah, that's pretty much what happens. So, will we be playing online in this playthrough? Yes, we will. And also, I gotta finish that story. Basically, if you go down to Blighttown, the elevator, you can go ahead and buy the Uchi Katana there, but that's later in the game. So if you want the Uchi Katana early, then do what I did and kill the merchant. So, are we gonna be playing online? Well, I kind of want to solo some of these bosses. However, we just got invaded, which is terrible. I kind of forgot that we could get invaded, because usually when I did things, I would not do this, but it's gonna be kind of crazy. I might even put on my armor because, yeah, this might be a little bit scary. I'm gonna put on my armor. No, I'm not. That's a bad idea. I don't have my roll anymore. Okay, so I'm half tempted right now to seriously just equip my sword, like my regular sword, instead of this huge sword, because I'm gonna be at a severe disadvantage, seeing as I never even PvP with anything like this. I did PvP a lot on the PS3, or generally a lot, with a lot of different builds, but I usually use lighter builds without these huge weapons. Do they stop? Okay, they stopped trying to invade us. Basically, to see if you're being invaded, it's really easy. Basically, a fog gate will come up near any bonfire, so you can't go back to the bonfire, and that's pretty much what happens. So, yeah, let's go on over here. I'm trying to debate whether we should kill the Taurus Demon, or what we should do here. Oh, wow, that was terrible. Okay, coming at me, I'll kill you, and you'll hit me. I'll do my stabby. Ooh, yes, that's cool, I like that. I like the attack for a roll, it's pretty good, actually. It's a lunge, so you kind of have to be locked on. We don't have to be locked on, but it's pretty helpful. Alright, so I say we could either rush past Havel. Good old Havel down at the bottom of that staircase. Who doesn't just love Havel? He's a great guy. And, we could rush past him and then just go straight to the blacksmith, which is an idea. And then we could just fight the gargoyles and beat them like right now. Or we could alternatively, not kill the gargoyles right now and do other things. Also, I actually changed what I just said about doing bosses solo. I might actually, ooh, whoa, okay, that's not gonna work. I might actually summon some NPCs just for fun, because some of the NPCs in this game I actually have not summoned, believe it or not. Because like either the boss I just never summoned an NPC, or for whatever reason, I don't know. I might. I don't. It's nothing is set in stone yet. I kind of wanted to solo all the bosses, but maybe not. I've actually, believe it or not, I've only killed Ornstein and Smough solo one time. The reason for that is, well, of all the times I ever played through this game, I found Ornstein and Smough to be kind of tricky, and I just never really tried. I mean, I did try the one time. The one time I really did try, and the build I got it on was my buff build. I had this thing going on with a rapier, a falchion, and a couple other things going on, and I basically had this really good buff build where I buffed my weapons, power within, and things like that. So there's a salamander right here. If you didn't know, you can break that box, and then salamanders give you random amounts of Titanite. So I got 2 twinklings and 2 large, which is pretty good. I'm not sure if I'm gonna, well, I was gonna say I'm not sure if I'm gonna fight them like legit, or if I'm just gonna fight them like I normally do. I'm just gonna, first off, I'm gonna go kill these guys up here. Once that is over with, I'll probably just not kill them straight up. I'll kill them from above. The reason being, I am not using a shield, and the reason I usually fight this boss down there. A lot of new players, and this is a new strategy. It's a strategy for new players. If you're wondering, if you're a new player, you can. The Taurus Demon's up here. I don't know if you can see him. I don't think you can. Anyway, he comes from that tower right over there. Before you walk into the fog gate. So basically, he's waiting here just to ambush you. Now, if you're new to the game, run directly back here. Just run. Run as fast as you can. And run up the ladder. Not run up the ladder, but climb up the ladder. And you know those black fire bombs that you picked up earlier that I told you to take? You simply run up here and throw some black fire bombs at him. And I'll show you what to do. Now, he's going to come running. He's going to stand there for a while, so you can actually just like start dive bombing him, or whatever you want to call it, which does a considerable amount of damage. But basically, whenever he does, I'm going to do leaping attack. Oh my god, I failed. I failed completely. That might kill me. Oh boy. Trying to, oh my god. Run, 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 run. Okay, if you want to know how to beat this boss, don't listen to me, because I don't even know what I'm talking about. No, don't use your humanity. What am I doing? Okay, so basically, if he's staying right here, then what he'll do is he'll jump up. So what you can do is trick him, and as soon as he jumps up, just do this, and then he'll jump back down. I'm showing you what to do here. Now, if I actually had a sword and a shield, when I normally fight this guy, I simply just fight him straight up down on the bridge with a sword and a shield. It works pretty well, actually, if you know what you're doing. You can dodge and stuff. Okay, so I don't know. Ooh, I can stun this guy? Seriously? That's crazy. Oh my god. Okay. This is, I'm gonna start using my shield here. Okay, he's gonna come at me. I'm gonna heal. No, stop using humanity. I'm so dumb. Oh, he's gonna swing. Swing. Okay. He's gonna do that. I'm gonna run up. That stunned him. Holy crap, this weapon is phenomenal. You can stun a boss. I wonder if you can, like, stun Gwyn. That'll be pretty interesting to see. Of all the times I've beaten Gwyn, I've actually never done the parrying method. I found that there's some ways to kill bosses in this game that, I mean, I say that doing that kind of method on that boss, like just jumping down and being cheap, that's affordable. I mean, well, not affordable, but acceptable, simply because, well, he's the first boss in the game. You probably don't know too much about the game yet, and the game is kind of about finding a boss's weakness, and you know what? That's a weakness. So if you find it, then there you go. Also, I really am looking forward to Dark Souls 2 because of that exact reason. It's kind of like you just play through all the bosses, and it's really fun playing on the first day it will launch, because people are going around leaving hints and stuff, just trying to generally help each other out on these bosses that nobody knows too much about. So let's talk to Solaire, my friend. Anyway, I'm going to talk to him. I'm not going to read his dialogue. If you're wondering who my favorite guy in Dark Souls is, my Siegmeyer probably is my favorite character in Dark Souls. Siegmeyer, he's just, I don't know, I like him. You meet him, he's just like this, kind of zoned out sort of guy. He's a little bit different, and he's kind of funny. I like him. Solaire is also cool. There's some also pretty notable characters. Dark Souls is full of a lot of characters that are awesome, and a lot of people don't give Dark Souls credit for the fact that they have really good characters in this game, and a lot of people just don't think of it as a narrative game. But the thing is that Dark Souls is an RPG in its true nature. Like, there's a lot of games out there that are quote-unquote RPGs, or games like RPGs and stuff like that, and for the most part, they are kind of like MMOs, or whatever they claim to be. I mean, whether they be an MMO or an RPG. But, I mean, really, I mean, it is an RPG, and the fact that you level up and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, you're playing a character that you have to be. Like, you have to be that character. And, I mean, that's not bad in and of itself, because you can still have a lot of fun even if you have to be a certain character. But you don't get to customize, you don't get to like, decide what happens in your story. It simply just happens, without you really knowing exactly why it's happening, or have any input of why it's happening. Games like Skyrim, and I know games like Skyrim kind of have that thing going on, but also a lot of your choices have to do with things. Like, for instance, in Skyrim, if you make a choice, it's not just like, hey, you know, it doesn't even matter. People sometimes will react to you differently. If you're the Thane of a city or whatever, they'll react to you differently. The same kind of goes for this game. I mean, people, they just have their own stories. And Dark Souls, From Software, the people who made Dark Souls, just kind of leave it up to you. And people like Epic Namebro and VatiVidya, some of my favorite YouTubers overall, not just Dark Souls, they make, you know, really good quality content about how, you know, the lore came to be and stuff. So, I'm getting my 24 strength here, also getting 13 endurance. I'm going to accept. I want some more stamina is why I'm getting endurance. Also, that increases your amount you can actually wear, or, yeah, your equipment burden. So that's pretty interesting. And I'm actually going to run on over here. Okay, we rested the bonfire. I kind of forgot about the fact that everything respawns. So what are we going to do? Well, we have a couple options, and these things are probably coming after me, so I'm going to let him come up here. We've got a couple options, so I've got to decide. From here, we could go, and we could just rush through the bottom of, like, the tower and everything. And I don't really know what it would be called. Like, right up here, then just leave and kill the skeleton stuff, kill the rats, climb up the ladder, be right there. Or we could rush underneath the dragon bridge, and we'd be there faster. And I don't really know what we'd do there when we get to the parish. I believe that's the Undead Parish up there, isn't it? It's the place with the church. It's the place with the church. I don't remember that location name for whatever reason. I believe it's called the Undead Parish. But basically, go up there, fight the gargoyles. What else is up there? The forest is up there. If I wanted to go clear the forest, Moonlit Butterfly, Sif. I won't do Sif obviously right now, but I could possibly do Sif. I might go actually, whenever I do fight Sif, I might go the Hydra way. So kill the Hydra and then, or I could not kill the Hydra and just run past and go there. So that is our plan to do next. We're gonna keep playing. I think these videos need to be a little longer simply because of the nature of Dark Souls and the way that I'm gonna be playing. So we are going to, we could grab the Claymore. Which might be a good idea, but like I said, I want to do big weapons. I don't want to just be like, hey, using the Claymore, man. I'm a Claymore kind of guy. I've done probably, yeah, I guess only one. I've done one playthrough with a Claymore, and it's a good weapon if you're looking for a good weapon. Although I tend to go for weapons that scale pretty like good in one, rather than quality weapons. If you're wondering what a quality weapon is, it's basically like a balance between dexterity and strength. So you build your character in such a way that you just kind of good at, oh my god, oh no, 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 run, run. Okay, as you can see, that's my poison meter building up. That's the same way that a bleeding meter builds up. Oh, okay, get out of there. Dang, dang. Okay, these rats, the hardest enemy in the game right here, guys. This is the downfall of my playthrough. These rats just annihilate me, apparently. Oh my god, there's another rat. Okay, okay, come at me, come at me, come at me. Here we go. Stab! Okay, that was pretty cool play. I have literally gotten poisoned for a really long time, so yeah, and Dark Souls is not forgiving about poison at all. I might actually be toxic. Actually, no, it's not toxic, because toxic goes down a really it goes down like really your health goes down really fast whenever you have toxic. I'm just gonna like backstep off. Oh, no, I'm just gonna like roll down here. Roll on down. Alright, we can rest the bonfire, which removes all negative effects on our character. Which then we can just continue. Also, I want to talk about the quality of these videos. I actually recorded in 1080p. Bandicam records it perfectly. Like, if I could show you what is on the computer after I render, I mean, without rendering or anything, just base footage, if I could upload that, I'd be so happy. But, since I have to do some things like, well, I don't technically have to do it, but I have to do, I do some things like editing sometimes, and these videos might not be the best representation of that. And this episode, I might actually try something different of just uploading it straight to YouTube, which might be actually a good idea. And because in these kind of videos, I don't edit, but it's not a option I can do in all my videos, because most of my videos I do some sort of editing in, and whenever I edit something, I have to kind of actually edit it. So I need it in Sony Vegas, and then I have to basically render it out in Sony Vegas. Now the problem that I'm having with rendering is that I simply cannot find a setting on Sony Vegas that is good for like the thing I recorded. I mean, I record AVI, and Sony Vegas, anything I render it in, it seems to kill the quality. Now, I don't know if this is actually Sony Vegas's fault or YouTube's fault, because even when I do render it in Sony Vegas, it doesn't destroy the quality too much. The weirdest thing that I'm finding is not doing anything, not even rendering it out, just putting it into Vegas. Makes the colors brighter, which is kind of weird. I think the recording from Bandicam, it's a little bit washed, like a little bit more washed out, but it looks better. Like, it looks more like the game. It just looks better. I don't know. We're gonna try to lure the pig over here. Alternatively, we could try to do a jump attack on the pig, because I've never really done that before, but I've seen people do it. Oh man, I forgot. We can't. Oh no, we're gonna have to run all the way around. Dang it! Dang it. That sucks. Beginner's tip, I'm stupid. I tell everybody, I tell people these tips, but then I end up doing bad. That actually kind of reminds me of, Toto Biscuit and his, I watch a lot of Toto Biscuit. I love his videos, don't get me wrong. But he plays a lot of Hearthstone. He knows so much about Hearthstone. Like, if you want to know about Hearthstone, you might as well go and talk to that guy and watch his videos, because he knows so much about it. But, like, he's not the best at the game. He just knows a bunch about it, but he's not the best at the game. I'm kind of like that with this game. I know about the game, but then I mess up, make mistakes, and then I look like an idiot. Like, I have no idea what I'm doing. Basically, the pig here is pretty easily, you know, dealt with to not make this a lot longer than it has to be. Run all the way up here. Just run straight up here. There will be one of the hollow people will be making a beeline for the door over there, the gate. As you can see, it's closed now because I'm an idiot and I didn't do it fast enough. But anyway, I'm gonna backstab this guy. Should not even backstab him with this weapon. It's like back breaking. Alloying skulls, so we don't really need that, but whatever. Whatever floats your boat, Dark Souls. So if you just run straight past there, and then just let the guy close the door. You can close the door on the boar and everything else. Or you could, alternatively, just... Oh my god. Well, we got a dark spirit invading, so we're gonna see how this goes. This is bad. I don't know where they invade from. Okay, since I'm here, I'm guessing they invade from the spot where I know they invade from, which is over up in the tower. If that is the case, I don't know. I don't know. Because, like, I could try to challenge the boss. Challenging the boss wouldn't be a bad idea, because I could actually negate the fact that this guy's trying to invade me, which might be what I'm actually going to do. But I kind of want this guy to... Come on, buddy. Come near the wood. I want to kill you. Come at me. Okay, it would have been really helpful if I did that. Although I really couldn't make a beeline for the boss, simply because there's a lot of things, including a Chandler, in your way. This is kind of tricky. I'm in a weird situation right now. Okay, well, this guy doesn't look too legit. Well, does he want to bow? Okay. But I don't like you. You got a Black Knight sword. I've got bad feelings about you, bro. I got bad feelings about you. You seem like a pretty violent sort of guy, you know? I'm not liking you too much. What kind of armor are you rocking? I can't even tell, because freaking spirits. Alright, well, unfortunately, this is PC, so I'm not gonna say it right off the bat, but it could be a hacker. I don't wanna like make any assumptions from this guy, because he seems like a pretty chill guy. But you know what? Oh, what? Really? That much damage from a freaking sword swing? That is ridiculous. I'm running from this guy. What is, oh my god, that's ridiculous. What is this? Like, seriously. Alright, heal up. I'm gonna have to backstab this guy. It's the only option here. If he backstabs me, it's all friggin' over, but if... What? Okay, for a second I thought that hit me. I thought he dead angled me. Oh, dang it! You freaking parried me! What are you? Oh my god. He's using stone armor, isn't he? Or maybe not. I can't tell. I like the fact that you can tell that they're a dark spirit by the red stuff, but you can't freaking tell who they are. And I just lost all of my humanity, so there you go. That's Dark Souls in a nutshell for you. Let's go back and get the humanity. Gotta play safe here because I don't want to lose that. That's 4 humanity, although technically when you do die, you can go back, you can get your humanity, but technically speaking, you lose 1 humanity because if you want to become a human again, you've got to use one of the humanity that you had. So yeah, oh man, okay, here we go. We're gonna go backstab on this guy, so you can go die in a hole. Also, I can use this thing one-handed now, which is probably not gonna be what I'm doing all the time. But also, I told you guys I was not gonna do that. I told you I was playing a 2-handed playthrough. I'm not so sure of that now. I want to use heavy weapons, but I might be using a combination of shields and heavy weapons, or I don't really know yet. Everything is subject to change, and this guy is annoying me. Okay, run, Rudolph. Here we go. Alright, get him out here. Get him out where I can deal with him better, is the idea here. I'm going to do this running attack, and you're dead. Okay. I'm going to move on to the next guy inside here. Don't know if the rat's poison gets through shields. Hopefully it doesn't. Let's test it. Oh, it does, but not very much. So, there you go. Alright, let's go back. Let's go get our stuff. We died right up here, pretty much. So, yeah, I might turn online off. I might. I don't know. I could see it being a problem in the future. I mean, I really just want to be playing the game, but you know what? I think in Dark Souls 2, I'm going to be playing online. So, the thing is, the only problem with this compared to Dark Souls 2 is that there are some crazy... Why is this open? What? Oh, well, my good old friend, the Dark Spirit, if I'm thinking correctly, the Dark Spirit opened this. That's the only explanation, because that would be the only thing that makes sense. Alright, well, you know what? Dark Spirit actually did something helpful. He opened up this door for me, which makes the dragon go away. I get this bonfire, which sets me up in a pretty good position to actually be able to kill the Black Knight up here. Where are my souls? They're not souls, but, well, yeah, I guess my souls will be there too. I don't have very many souls, did I? I'm gonna go back to two-handing here. One-handing is not near as fun. Alright, or it's not near as effective with this kind of weapon. So, we're gonna go kill this Black Knight up here, which is, hopefully we'll get his weapon. If we could get this guy's weapon, oh man. Wow. Like, this would set us up ridiculous. Oh my god! What? Bud! Slow down. Oh my god. Oh my god. Backstab him. Yeah. I get really into this game if you can't tell yet. But we're pretty serious about our Dark Souls gaming on this channel. I'm pretty serious about gaming in general. Oh my god, this guy. Okay, here we go. He's going for gold here. He's not having no for an answer. He's trapping me in the stairwell. This is a losing battle. I'm not gonna try that on the stairwell. It's a terrible idea. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna run down here. It's a better playing field. It's not the ideal playing field. It's just a better playing field than it was up there. Should we? If I can get this before he comes back down here. Gold pine resin. Okay, here we go. Gold pine resin that thing up. Get ready for him. Here we go. Come on, bud. Let's go. Let's go. Get down here. Oh my god, where did it come from? Where did you come from? But where did you come from? Like, seriously though. Yeah, you're dead. Maybe. Yes, you're dead. Oh, come on, a Titanite chunk, really? Ah. I even had 4 humanity, but does that matter? Does that give it if you're not human? Oh, it does give it, even if you're not human. That's interesting. Did not know that. I thought you had to be human for that. See, I'm learning new things about Dark Souls, and I've been playing this game for a long time. I'm just, oh my god, I was trying to do a cool move there, but that just, the crossbowman just completely screwed that up. No, you're not drinking a potion right now. Get out of here. The dragon flies in from there, which I don't really want to trigger him. I think you can trigger him, but I don't want to. We got 4,000 souls, which I don't really have anything to use them on, except leveling up. So we're just going to keep on leveling up, I think. And I don't know what we're going to be leveling up here. Dexterity, possibly, but most of the weapons we're using are complete strength weapons, I think. Including the club. Like, it just takes strength. Like a decent amount of dexterity, but we already have 13 because we started as a warrior. So, mainly we're going to be leveling strength and endurance. Vitality, okay. I think the way that, I keep on referencing Epic Name Bro here, but the way that he described it is pretty good. And also, was it him? I think it was him, but I actually heard it from my friend before I heard it from Epic Name Bro. My friend had kind of told me about it, and it was either you don't pick vitality and endurance. The way you have to look at it is, if you plan on not getting hit, then do endurance, because you want more stamina, which can basically lead to you not getting hit. But if you're not confident in your ability of not getting hit, you want to level up vitality and possibly endurance, like a little bit of endurance just to get some endurance. So, as a new player, if you're wondering, that's pretty much how you should do it. If you're a new player, put it into vitality. Endurance shouldn't be your biggest thing right off the bat. You shouldn't be like, hey, I've got to raise my endurance. If you're a new player, you're probably going to be taking some hits. You're going to be taking some hits. So, what the heck was that? That was weird. Anyway, since you're going to be taking some hits, you got to have some health. And hopefully health will help you out in that regard. So, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I am walking into the Undead Parish. I believe that's the location name. And I will see you guys next episode, which I'll probably record like right now.